Jenkins.
Intercepted by Malcolm Jenkins.
Picked off. Malcolm Jenkins all the way for an Eagles score.
What's going on, y'all? This is Malcolm Jenkins, ready to react to some of my favorite plays as an Eagle. Let's jump into it.
Malcolm Jenkins taking it all the way for an Eagle touchdown.
All right, this first play is one of my favorites. It's the third quarter. We're playing the Patriots in their glory days with Tom Brady. And they're 5 yards away from taking the lead in the third quarter. Our season wasn't that great this year, but coming into the Patriots, we had something to prove. Brady loved to do these things where they spread the field, they get an empty formation and pick the best matchups. But what he didn't know is that we had one of his best receivers, Danny Amendola, double-teamed myself and Walter Thurman. And as he throws this late across the middle, Walter Thurman pops it up in the air, and I got a chance.
And Brady has it intercepted, and that's Malcolm Jenkins.
I knew as soon as I got past the first lineman, I was going to score in this one. The only person left was Tom Brady. He's not going to tackle me in the open field. His speed turn was really more like a slow turn, and I'm good to go.
Crossing midfield, Malcolm Jenkins will go the distance for a touchdown.
And you put the bow tie on it. You know, you put your bow on it, put your stamp on the game. To beat opponents like the Patriots and Tom Brady, you need full team effort. And I believe we scored 3 non-offensive touchdowns in this game. This next play is actually from a very significant game in my career. It was a Monday night against the Bears and Jay Cutler, but it was the first game that I started my protest during the national anthem. There were a lot of conversations with members of armed forces and military, and one of my Air Force buddies had a conversation. He said, look, you just make a play, and when you make this play, when you make your first play, just give us a salute. We completely understand, what the message is and what you're doing. So this is 2 plays into the game. We get a strong safety blitz. They dial up my number, but you don't want to just showcase and tell everybody that you're blitzing. So I start off kind of just walking around, but I'm hearing the cadence and I'll know, okay, this is getting ready to come.
An offensive line that had its difficulty last week, and that continues as he gets blown up. Cutler on a safety blitz by Malcolm Jenkins.
Unblocked. By the time the tight end saw it, I was 2 steps behind him. And there was a play action, so I'm in his blind spot. This is, as a blitzer, this is what you want. You come free, the quarterback's looking opposite, and when he turns around, there's nothing he can do. I'm in his face, jump on him, land on him hard, and the first thing I do is get up and salute my Air Force buddies. It was a great moment for me. I couldn't have planned it out, any better to start the game. There's always 2 impacts of a sack. There's you hitting the quarterback, and then there's the quarterback hitting the ground. And the quarterback has to survive both of those hits. And you can see it in Jay Cutler's body language. If this is how the game is going to start, you can only imagine what it's going to be like for the next 4 quarters. So this next play is coming from 2016 season against Kirk Cousins, a guy who seemingly always had good games when I played against him. And they had an offense that was really good at doing things to distract your eyes. So they start with Vernon Davis out here, they motion him in, then they go hard play action right to him. But my biggest part of my game was discipline. How do I make sure that my eyes are in the right place at all times? We got Marcus Smith coming off the right edge, and he's disciplined enough to climb, get in the quarterback's face, so that by the time Kirk Cousins turns to throw this ball, he has to rush it and puts it just a little bit behind Vernon Davis, which was all I needed.
Off the fake to Jones. Picked off. Malcolm Jenkins. One man to beat. It's Cousins. And Jenkins will take it all the way for an Eagles score.
If you're gonna make a mistake like that and put it in my hands, it's nothing but me grasping opportunity. So I see Kirk Cousins, there's no way he's gonna get a block on me. Marcus Smith, not only did he get the pressure, but he's got the seal and block to put me in the end zone. On the road against a divisional opponent, getting defensive touchdowns is never in the opposition's game plan. That always counts as double for us. When you do something like this, you gotta let that inner dog out, that Q dog come out. I gotta represent. So this play also comes from the 2016, or a couple plays from the 2016 season. We found ourselves late in December against the Giants. And one of my favorite things about being a Philadelphia Eagle, it was ruining the dreams of all Giants fans. My dad growing up was a Giants fan, and I despise watching them every Sunday. So being able to continue that on in my career was a special part. We were trying to ruin their playoff hopes. We had none. This first interception was actually one that I dreamed of. We have a simple low hold defense where any receiver that goes underneath, we pass it off, making me a free defender. So even though I'm stuck in outside leverage, I know where this ball is going, and I try to undercut this dig. Now, the only way that I actually would make a play like this, the quarterback would have to make a mistake, and Eli does.
Sterling Shepard back in the slot for the Giants. Manning, compressed pocket, throws the interception. Malcolm Jenkins taking it all the way for an Eagle touchdown.
He feels the pressure, he steps up in the pocket, gets rid of the ball before he wants to, and puts this 2 inches too far behind his receiver, right on his back hip, into my hands. After that, it's nothing but green grass and opportunity. Get to the end zone as fast as possible. Defensive scores always count for double, and especially in rivalry games and division games. So the second one, we're in the fourth quarter. The Giants are trying to drive to take the lead again. So in this one, I use a little bit of deception to get Eli to throw me one.
For 3rd and 5. Eagles bring it 4. Manning throwing, and it's intercepted. That is 2 for Malcolm Jenkins tonight.
It's clear that I'm gonna bail to this side, but instead of going right away, I stay straight in my back pedal, which gives him the illusion that he can fit this one in there. And then I just get a good break on the ball, go high pointed like the coaches tell you.
And it's intercepted. That is 2 for Malcolm Jenkins tonight.
This is one of those games that really showed me the fans' true colors and why I really resonate with the Eagles fan base so much, because it wasn't really much for us to play for, but pride and the love for the game. So to be able to be in lockstep with them, still playing for pride and respect, which is just as important as wins here, was a very special connection for me. All right, this is one of my most infamous plays in the Super Bowl against the Patriots, Tom Brady, Gronkowski. They've got the dynasty going. We are the underdogs coming in with Nick Foles, our backup quarterback, but with a red-hot Eagles team. If you don't like big hits and you got a weak stomach, skip past this one. I'm actually playing weak side linebacker in this play. And so I end up on the fullback in the flat, so I'm not spending too much time paying attention to the fullback. I'm watching where Brady's going.
Brady stepping up, deep downfield, wide open, Brandon Cooks. And he gets smacked down at the 40-yard line, taking some shot there.
And as I'm pursuing the ball, he's looking around for other defenders, and I'm like, oh no, he doesn't have a clue that I'm here. And before you knew it, we were peeling him up off the ground. It's a textbook tackle where I'm hitting him on a rise, near foot, near shoulder. You couldn't ask for a better scenario as a defender.
Cooks, and he gets smacked down at the 40-yard line, taking some shot there by Jenkins.
Not only was it a big hit and a momentum shifter and gave our sideline and our fan base energy, but it was a huge, shift in the schematics of the game. Not having this threat that can blow the top off drastically changed our strategy as a defense. My second year at Ohio State playing against the University of Texas, I got hit the hardest I've ever been hit in my life. And the lesson that I learned that day was always keep your head on the swivel. This is a violent game with a lot of bodies flying around. Out of all the big hits, this one ranks at the top. I mean, it was the biggest stage, but there are a lot of Eagles hits that I enjoy. This is one of my favorite plays because it was in the last season, during the last season as an Eagle. I kind of knew that this would be the last hurrah, so all of these games and moments started to mean a lot to me. We're on the road against the Giants in a nasty weather game, and I'm playing our dime package. I'm playing with the big boys. They got me lined up in the A-gap. A lot of times coaches would doubt if I could hold my own, amongst all of these bigger folks and the linemen and centers, guards, tackles, all those things. And I used to love proving them wrong.
Right, 2nd down and 8, bobbled snap, and the ball is loose. Scramble for the football, and the Eagles have recovered at the 1-yard line.
Operating around bigger people, you got to use speed and size to your advantage. And so here I just use the snap count, knowing that the play clock is going down, so this ball has to be snapped soon. And when it does, I want to be moving fast and low. And so you can see by the time Hernandez's eyes even get back to me, my body is past him. That one hand that he threw out there was not going to stop me. I can shrug that off. And by the time he can recover, I'm already gone. put my hand right on the ball, see that it comes out, and now it's a race to it. We get Fletcher Cox moving, got big people moving. He gets on it. That's a huge play for us. Puts our offense right up there on the goal line to get another score in a big game, again against a division rival. We're on a run during the 2017 season. It's week 14, and we struggled through, but become victorious against the Rams. And in doing so, we lose Carson Wentz, our starting quarterback, who was on an MVP run that year. And I knew immediately after that game, something needed to be said. Before the media came into the locker room and started to ask us all questions about, doubt and what we can do now that we have our quarterback out, and they start to unravel all the things that we have worked for.
Carson being out of this bro, that sucks. But dig this, we can set this up for whoever the is in this room. This is what we ride with, man. We set it. We all we got. We all we need. Believe that. This feels great, man. Celebrate that. Know where we at. But at the end of the day, man, we got bigger goals. So we get back to work, man. You know what's in our minds, bro. Championships, and that's it. Nothing short of that. No excuses. Don't blink. This right here, this kind of win on the road, that's big. This not going your way the whole time, and it don't matter. Ain't gotta be pretty. We just need a W. That's the mentality from here on out, man. Let's go. I'm proud of y'all boys, man. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rewatching it, I get goosebumps. There's some of those moments in life and in a season in which all of the things the mantras that you say, the principles you say you believe in, eventually you have to prove it. This was one of my favorite teams to be a part of because we were a championship team. We had a lot of individuals, we had talent, but this group figured out how to be a unit. No matter what circumstances were, all of us are trying to figure that stuff out in life, whether it be in family, business, community, and this was one of those times that I felt like I was a part of a group that was getting it right. Thank you for watching some of my favorite plays as an Eagle. Please let us know what your favorite was in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Go Birds.